World Tour kinda sucks. Yep, that is what we are talking about on this week's episode of the Riptide Ramble. And yes, we are sticking with that name that I came up with last week. How's everybody doing? This is Riptide807, and yeah, today we're going to be talking about World Tour, my favorite game mode in the finals. I play it the most, but also one that in recent seasons I have been starting to despise. And for a while now, I've been thinking about if it was maybe just like me getting burnt out of World Tour or if there was actually problems. And in my opinion, there is some issues that, if changed, would make World Tour a way better game mode than it is now. So my main talking points for this video are going to be talking about things such as a new point system idea, just to make point distribution feel less like a slog to get through, gameplay changes to the actual mode of Cash Out itself, to maybe make it play better in World Tour. I'm going to be talking about the matchmaking because, dear God, I don't even know what to say about the matchmaking anymore. And then I'm going to get into something of why I think World Tour is so sweaty, and I think it might have to do with the rewards that you get for playing it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, and hey, if you're watching my content frequently enough, be sure to subscribe. I post 3 times a week, finals content. I will also be posting Battlefield 6 content once that drops, as well as Arc Raiders. So if you're looking for any of that, hey, drop a subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I also stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, so if you're ever on YouTube those days, feel free to drop by the stream and say something in the chat. So let's get straight into my first point, which is going to be a new point system for World Tour. Now, a new point system is something I already touched on in my Season 8 Impressions video, and I'm going to throw the screenshot of that point system up on screen right now. So I know recently that with the change they made where you get 2 points if you get knocked out in the first round, it made it a little bit better, but to be honest, getting griefed out in the first round still feels really bad. So this new point system I have on screen is to address that issue, where if you actually play well in the first round and you manage to make some money, you'll get awarded with 4 points, which will feel a lot better than 2 in my opinion. And then you can just see a overall increase in making it further into the tournament as time goes on. But in my opinion, that is not the only option that Embark has to tackle this issue. Several seasons ago now, Macro, a content creator who makes a wide variety of content, but also makes content on the finals, suggested one of the best ideas for World Tour I've ever heard, and I still really want Embark to act on it. And basically his idea was that you could keep the point system the same as it is now, but add it that for every $10,000 or $20,000 you extract, since the finals is all about, you know, getting money. That's like your main objective, is you're trying to earn money. So for every 10 or 20,000, depending on how long Embark wants the grind to be, you get a World Tour point. So let's say you make it to the second round of the tournament, you place 3rd, so you're going to get your, I believe in the current system, it's 7 points. I think it's 7 points, but let's say you did well in the first round and did pretty decent in that second round, and you earned yourself like $90,000 across the tournament. Well, if we're doing that, that means for each 10K, you would get an additional 9 World Tour points on top of the 7 you got. And if Embark thinks that's too much and wants to go with 20,000, that means you're still getting an extra 4 points just from earning that money. I think this would be a better way to do point distribution, and also fits into the finals' theme and game mode, which is literally trying to make as much money as humanly possible. Plus, it rewards players who, even though they lost, still played well enough to earn a good chunk of cash. Let me know down in the comments which system you think would be better, my new point distribution or the 10 or 20k equals 1 point idea. But now we're going to move on to the next subject, which is gameplay changes to World Tour. So I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I think of casual modes in the finals, which is what World Tour is supposed to be, it is supposed to be the casual version of the finals' tournament format. I think of modes where you don't really, like, have to think too much about certain aspects of the game, while others you should be thinking about. And I think if we made this one simple change, World Tour would play a lot better. And that simple change is to re-add money loss on team wipes, but make it less than ranked. I believe ranked is either 20 or 15% money loss on team wipe. Maybe make World Tour like 10%. And have it so in World Tour you have infinite coins. I think this would make World Tour more fast-paced and casual than it is right now. Plus, having the money loss on team wipes incentivizes teamwork and makes it so the top team can't just be completely reckless when they're trying to grief, and they actually have to be smart about it. And if you're a new player to the finals, I feel like you will have a lot less mental whiplash going from World Tour to ranked if there is not infinite coins versus money loss on team wipes. Because I was thinking about this, and I was like, could you imagine being a new player to the finals? You play World Tour because you're like, this is like the finals' main mode. This is cool. This is interesting. And then you go into ranked, and suddenly it's like, wait, what? We lose money on team wipes? It's like, that is a huge whiplash that I think the casual player base should be able to practice having in the game outside of ranked. And I think there's no better place to do it than World Tour with a slightly less punishing money loss. Although I will say, if they made this change to have infinite coins, I think they would need to remove the whole defender bonus thing where if you own a cash out, you can coin faster, because otherwise you would never just be able to win a fight on a cash out. So if they are going to take this route, I would definitely remove defender bonus. But now we're moving on to the most fun thing to talk about, and that is matchmaking, because some people will tell you that you're crazy and you just need to get better at the game, and other people will agree with you. In my case, dear God, World Tour is literally sweatier than ranked. I don't care what anyone says, I have a 20 times easier time in ranked versus World Tour. And that has been very apparent this season and last season. My God, the lobbies are sweaty this season, and I just don't really know why. I don't know why the matchmaking thinks I am on the same level as rubies, and there have been multiple times that me and Jace have been matched against professional players who played in the closed qualifiers recently and are going to Sweden. Like, we need to chill this out. And from what I've heard, Embark matches in World Tour based on your World Tour rank, and all I can think is just, why? This is a casual mode. Why are we matching based on rank? That doesn't make any sense. Now, obviously, this is a rumor, but I'm mainly talking if this is true, then this needs to be removed immediately. This is supposed to be a casual game mode, and we're matching, like, we're matchmaking like it's a ranked game mode. Okay, that's the end of my matchmaking rant. I had to get that out of my system. I'm sorry. But I do have a theory as to why World Tour is as sweaty as it is. And this is going to be something that might be a hot take, but in my opinion, I think it's because the World Tour rewards are leagues above the ranked rewards. I want you guys to think about this for a second. So, when you play World Tour, if you get to Emerald 1, you get 250 free currency, and then you get an Emerald badge and a player card, and then 3 weapon skins that are all the same. They're all, like, Emerald. They look like they're basically the Ruby skin you get in ranked for being the top 500 in your region, but you get 3 of them and they're green instead of red. And then in ranked, you get like 2 weapon charm, or you get a weapon charm depending on what rank you get to. Some very mid skins. I'm sorry, like the gold and the plat skins are insanely mid. I'm just gonna be straight up. But then you get the diamond skin, which is the only good skin you get for playing ranked, unless you are cracked and get the Ruby skin with the Ruby gadget that they do. So it's like, when you hear that out loud, it's like, what mode do you think the sweats are going to gravitate towards? They're not going to gravitate towards ranked when World Tour is handing out way better rewards. So I think we need to do one of two things. We either need to, A, make the ranked rewards better, or B, this is an idea I've had, we take away the free currency from World Tour. That's not tied to World Tour anymore. Now hear me out, okay? Instead, what we do is we have seasonal contracts. So at the start of every season, there's 4 seasonal contracts. Now these are extremely difficult contracts, like earn like maybe $50 million or something throughout an entire season. Actually, that's a bit ludicrous. Let's go down to like earn $25 million from any game mode over the entire season. It's like that is one challenge, and that gets you, what does each World Tour rank give you? Like 50 multi-bucks, I think? It's either 50 or 75, I think. So I think we should do that instead as a secondary option, because I feel like the premium currency that you get for free is a big drawing point to Ruby players, sweats, and people like that wanting to play World Tour. Combining that change with either of the new point distribution system ideas could increase the casualness of World Tour. I don't even know if that's a word. A lot. And I think it would become a way more fun mode to play overall, instead of the absolute grind slog fest that it is right now. But yeah, I think that is going to conclude my thoughts. I have a feeling this video might get me crucified, but do you guys think World Tour needs any changes? Let me know down in the comments below. Or do you think it's fine as it is? If you do think it needs changes, do you think my ideas are good, or would you take a different approach? Let's have a discussion once again, and yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. Don't forget, I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, so please stop by if you have the time. And yeah, that's a wrap on this Riptide Ramble. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you next week.